Every magic trick consists of 3 parts, or acts. The first part is called the pledge. The magician shows you something ordinary. A deck of cards, a bird, or a man. He shows you this object. Perhaps he asks you to examine it.
Don't do that.
To be sure that it is in fact real, unaltered, ordinary. When of course, it probably isn't. The second act is called the turn. The magician takes the ordinary something and makes it do something extraordinary. Meanwhile, you're looking for the secret, but you won't find it, because of course you're not really looking. You don't really want to know. You want to be fooled. But you wouldn't clap yet, because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. That's why every magic trick has a third act, the hardest part, the part we call the prestige. You know what I just realized is that I probably should have held off on making this video until I implemented the beam shooting from the Master Sword, because, you know, the part we call the prestige, and then it shoots a beam. Whatever. Who are you? Where did you come from? What do you want?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Another note from your friend Relics. I hope everything is all right. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Okay, can you fix this? Because that's a problem. Anyway, in case you haven't guessed already, this is the Master Sword video. Yep, so this is the video you've all been waiting for, unless you were waiting for the Ocarina of Time video. In which case, go watch the Ocarina of Time video. Or unless you were waiting for the Kino Langdonville video, which, yeah, that's somewhere else. This is the Master Sword video. What's... You can't script this stuff. Right. So, Solstheim... Well, Solstheim is a good place to end up. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Courier, for your treadmilling. We'll need this. We'll come back to this. Ancient Enchanter. But first things first. I'm running the Dragonborn Dawnguard version, as you can see, because I'm on Solstheim. And there's something here that shouldn't be.
Nothing.
As evidenced by the Courier's, apparent lack of... Here, I'll help you, buddy. There. Oh, he hates me now. I'm gonna have to kill him. Actually, wrong one. Hello. Can I yield? Oh, he doesn't. Okay, go away. I was gonna kill you with an evil thing. Right. Hopefully he's gone. Can I go back to Skyrim now? Anyway. If you're using the no DLC version, you need to go to Elder Gleam Sanctuary. Okay. Right. No DLC version, go to the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. Even if you're not using the no DLC version, go to the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. Uh-oh. Because there's something Zelda in there, which I will show you. Hello. Oh, I love these things. Okay, you enter Elder Gleam Sanctuary, you run on through, all the way up, down, past the waterfalls. You need Nettlebane to knock these down. I mean, get them to go away and make the Great Decker Tree. I mean, the Gildergleam pull its tendrils up. The Master Sword is not here in the beam, light, and that's symbolic. It's actually over here in the no DLC version. This is the no DLC version. Right. Normally it's in the rock, but it's not. And in all 3 versions, there's a songbook page here from the Ocarina the Ocarina of Time. And that is, if I can remember correctly, this is Minuet of Forest. So if you have the Ocarina of Time, you can go here and get a free Minuet of Forest songbook page. Right, so that's the Elder Gleam Sanctuary place. The other place, if you're running Dawnguard or Dragonborn Dawnguard, you have to go to Ancestor Glade. And Ancestor Glade is in Falkreath. The best way to get there is go to Peak Shade Tower, and there's a little winding path. I can show you. Actually, I lied. It's not Peak Shade Tower. That's the. Get out of my way, you stupid bear! It's not Peak Shade Tower. It's Pine Watch. So you go to Pine Watch, which is right next to Lakeview Manor. You got Pine Watch here. You go to Pine Watch. You go east. No. Yeah. East from Pine Watch. Then you hit this road. You go south. And then you hiccup a few times, trundle on down, and then there's this cairn here. There's also that bridge over there where there's bandits. They're fighting me again. Look at the bandits. And then you pop on up here, and there will be some bandits up here in their little camp. And then you keep going past here, and there's that tent right there, and then you turn right at that tent, and keep going up, and just keep following this path. An Ancestor Glade will appear on your compass as a little, hollow out tree thing. Yeah, and that's that. So you enter Ancestor Glade, and you're gonna have some problems because there are enemies in here. I did not know that there were vampires in here. What the what? Do I have a silver weapon? Oh wait, no. Yes, I do. Get out of here. Gargoyles too? Oh, this is not good for Homestar Runner. This is needlessly calm music. Inappropriately calm music. Get out of here, vampire brute. Oh, for the love of crumb cake. I need like ultimate. Oh, there's ultimate. Right, I just realized I was recording this whole time, but you probably won't see all of that. Maybe you will. Anyway, this always happens. Right, so you enter Ancestor Glade, you fight, you're supposed to normally just fight a couple of Spriggans, but apparently vampires can be in here too if you're high enough level. There's 3 Spriggans normally, and that's just a bunch of coincidence. I didn't put them there, they're here because of Dawnguard. This is a Dawnguard location. Man, so much flamey flames. There's one here, normally, right there. There's one on that side, and there's one that I never know where it comes from, but always attacks. But 3 is a good number for protecting the Master Sword. Yeah, these notifications are going to take a while to clear up. So you enter Ancestor Glade, and pretty much follow the light. You'll find the Master Sword. And it's actually not here right now. Oh, there it is. A false alarm. Yeah, it's embedded in the ground. Like how the Master Sword do. And this person, her one-handed skill is... where is it? Her one-handed skill is 100. So she's a master one-handedness person. She's also wearing the silver gauntlets, which fortify your one-handed skill. So the Master Sword is normally base damage, the same as an orcish war axe. It's the same speed, and this is the unenchanted Master Sword. And you can tell because it says found in Ancestor Glade or Eldergleam Sanctuary, depending on the version. This sword seems to have power locked within of both dark and light. And that's what it looks like. And this is the unenchanted Master Sword. My silver gauntlets are glitched, so this is actually the silver gauntlet speed of the sword. It's the same speed. It's a pretty slow. The unenchanted Master Sword that you find in the glade is fairly slow. I wish I could remove that effect, but for some reason there's a glitch with the silver gauntlets, and I can't really fix it. I don't know what it is. But it is... trust me, it's... You pick it up, and then you'll find out that it's fairly slow for a sword. And it's stronger than a normal sword, but it's a decent sword, but it could be better. And we will make it better. That's finding it. That's part 1. That's the pledge. That's the first part of this video. Finding the Master Sword. While you're here in the Ancestor Glade, I do highly recommend going up. As far up as you can possibly go in the glade. Because you need to... it's a good idea to get some Ancestor Moth wings. And the only place to get them... ooh. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was there. Is at the very top of the Eldergleam Sanctuary, because that's where the Ancestor Moths rest. They usually rest on flowers. I can't... oh, yeah, catch Ancestor Moth. So, on the foliage, they'll rest on the foliage here. So, yeah, just get to this stream up here, and you'll find them, and they're awesome. So, it's important that you get them. Because depending on which way you awaken the Master Sword, you might need them. There's a few ways to awaken the Master Sword, and not all of them require the Ancestor Moths, but it's just good to have Ancestor Moth wings. Because they're a good alchemy ingredient, too. I'm still talking, I don't know why. I'm gonna wind up in a minute, but not before I make some strange noises with my mouth, which go along the lines of dingle bongle, dingle dangle, yickety doo, yickety da, ping pong, clippy tappy too top. There's also a shield hidden in the Ancestor Glade. I actually don't remember where it is. So it's up to you to find it. Oh boy. I think it's up on that side somewhere, or is it this side? I don't know. And I put it there. It's an Easter egg. It's not supposed to be a legitimate way to find the shield. If you find it, you find it. Good luck and good job. Right, so after that visit to the Ancestor Glade, you have all the stuff that you need. Not really, no you don't. Hello. Okay, so you have the Master Sword. And you want to awaken the Master Sword. So let's go with Awakening first. Actually, no. Let's go with Corruption first, because Corruption has an interesting path. So, there's a few ways to corrupt the Master Sword. One way is the Terminen Forge. There's a smithing way for all of these, and a enchanter way for all of these. So let's go with the Terminen Forge first. You know where the Terminen Forge is, east of Rorikstead, north of Skjaldmor's Monument. And to corrupt the Master Sword, you need, if you're a smith, 65 smithing, a Daedra Heart, 2 Fire Salts, 2 Frost Salts, 1 Void Salt, 2 Void Salt, 1 filled Black Soul Gem. And I have all of those because I'm a boss, because I've been playing this character for a year now. She's my very first character, this character. Yeah, you need the Fancy Time, the original Master Sword from Ancestor Glade or Elduin Sanctuary. So you go to the Terminen Forge and make this happen, and you need, like I said, Daedra Heart and 2 of every salt and a filled Black Soul Gem. And boom, done. And that is that. Now, hey there, buddy. Let's test this out. The Corrupt Master Sword, hey. The Corrupt Master Sword does points, it's cool looking, for one, it's black. It does points of every type of damage, all at once. So, well, I mean, except poison, the 3 elements. So, it absorbs stamina, it does frost damage, soul trap, fire, frost, ice, lightning, and soul trap, like I said. It absorbs stamina. I'm just redundant now. I listed what it does twice. It's the same strength as a Daedric sword. And it has a quote there. My hate never perishes, which is nice. So that's that. There's a couple things you can do with the Corrupt Master Sword. You can remove the Soul Trap enchantment if you don't want it to Soul Trap. Do I have a disease? I have a disease. My disease is being too awesome. Okay. And you can remove that Soul Trap enchantment by going to the Ancient Enchanter with a filled Black Soul Gem and 1 Lesser Soul Gem. I would show you that, but it's such a simple recipe that you can do it in your sleep. You just fill a Black Soul Gem, and then bring an empty Lesser Soul Gem to the Ancient Enchanter in the Midden or Palestone Camp, and you're done. And that's that. I'm going to the Midden because I'm going to show you the second Deep Corrupt Master Sword loading screen. And I'm also going to show you how to do the same thing, but at the Ancient Enchanter. I mean, corrupt the Master Sword at the Ancient Enchanter. I'm just flabbergasted. I'm dumbfounded by how awesome the Deep Corrupt Master Sword looks. Oh yeah. Okay, Ancient Enchanter in the Midden. Well, since I'm here, I guess I will actually show you. Daedric Corrupt Master Sword. That is the no soul version. You can see because it requires the Corrupt Master Sword, Black Soul Gem, and Lesser Soul Gem. And when you do that, it will remove any improvements you did to it. So if you enchant it, if you smithed it, brought it to a grindstone and made it super awesome, it'll erase all that and you'll have to improve it again. But that's just the nature of the beast. So that was that. I have another Master Sword here, and I'm going to show you how to corrupt it at the Ancient Enchanter. And for that, you need Dark Essence. Go watch the Dark and Light Essence video for how to get that, I'm just gonna hack some into my inventory. Dark essence. I'm gonna need a few. E201123E. That's fine. And for that you'll need 50 conjuration, 1 Daedra heart, and right. This is the corruption recipe. 1 master sword, 1 dark essence, fire salts, void salts, Daedra heart, and frost salts. Did I say that already? Yeah, that's how you do it. I personally actually forgot that you needed the salts for this too, but it makes sense. So that's how you corrupt it. Okay, so you have the corrupt master sword. Let's say that you get sick of the corrupt master sword and you want to purify it. There's 3 ways to do that. Since I'm here at the Ancient Enchanter, I will show you one way. You need 2 light essences. So, go watch the light essence video if you want to know how to do that. I'm going to hack it into my inventory. I'm going to need quite a bit of these. So, 2 light essences, 1 empty grand soul gem. And that will allow you to purify the master sword. There's 2 recipes. One, this is the no soul version, the corrupt master sword without soul trap, and this is the one with soul trap. And I have one of those, so I will use this one. And it returns it to the state that you found it in. So that returns it to the original master sword, the weak master sword. I'm gonna make this a little easier. This is breaking all kinds of... This is gonna blow your mind. Maybe. This is wrong on so many levels. Okay, the gods may strike me down, but... Oh boy. Okay, so... Go to the Terminan Forge. Don't do what I just did, please. Oh god. Go to the Terminan Forge in Palestone Camp, or... near Rorikstead. Don't do this. Don't do this. Right, you can purify the Master Sword at the Terminan Forge there's a couple ways. One is with scrolls, which you can see here. Scroll of Grand Healing, Scroll of Banished Daedra, Grand Soul Gem, and the Corrupt Master Sword. And there's going to be two recipes for that, for the no soul version and the other one. And then the other way is at the Terminan Forge with knowing Banished Daedra and Grand Healing. And you also need 60 smithing. General rule of thumb, it's good to have a good smithing skill if you're using the Terminan Forge. You need a good smithing skill for all of these. This one requires 60, Purification requires 60, Corruption requires 65. So yeah, that's that. So that's how to purify it. You can find recipes for all of these lore recipes scattered throughout the world. There's one in Kilcreath Ruins for awakening it. There's purifying ones for in Vigilance of Stendarr places, like the Hall of the Vigilant, and the other place. But the recipes aren't as important as they used to be in the standalone mod. Jeez, my brain isn't working. The standalone mod, there was like, oh, recipes. They're really not that important because you can also find one in Alfton, the book. with all the recipes in it, or a big recipe book in Blind Cliff Bastion, which I talk about in the tools video. So the recipes they're just a bit of lore, so if you want to find them, you can. I don't really put much emphasis on them anymore. But if you want to be immersive about it, might as well. But, whatever. I don't know. So that's how you purify it and corrupt it. Next is awakening. And to awaken it, it's harder to awaken it, because it's always easy to, and this is intentional, it's easy to be evil, but it's harder to be good. So if you want to purify it, awaken it. If you want to awaken it, there's two ways. One is the Ancient Enchanter, and the other way is the Termian Forge, obviously. At the Ancient Enchanter, you need Light Essence, and you need to know all three Golden Goddess spells: Din's Fire, Nehru's Love, and Farore's Wind. Okay, so I learned all three Golden Goddess spells. Go watch the Golden Goddess spell video, if you haven't, for how to learn those. I know all three of those now. I have a Light Essence. Go watch the Light Essence video for how to get that. And I should be able to learn... Where the heck is it? Well, okay, here's the smithing recipe. Oh, what the heck? This happened. I don't know why this is happening, but sometimes things get weird, and, like, things will disappear from your inventory just briefly. Anyway, I know all three Golden Goddess spells. I have one Light Essence, I have the Master Sword, so boom, done. And it's the same, you saw the smithing recipe, it's exactly the same. There's a few smithing recipes. I'll add another, actually no, I can purify for Master Sword, because I have a few corrupt ones. Okay. There's a few, this is one way to awaken the sword at the Termian Forge is with 3 Ancestor Moths, or if you're using the no DLC version, 1 of each butterfly wing, which is Luna Moth, Monarch Butterfly, Blue Butterfly, and knowing Din's Fire, Nehru's Love, and Farore's Wind, or having the rubies in your inventory. You have to at least find the rubies. You don't need to go through the rigmarole of learning spells. You just need to know. You just need to have the rubies. Or you can have any combination of spells and rubies. Like if you don't want to learn Farore's Wind, you can just get the emerald. But if you want Nehru's Nehru's Love, you can learn Nehru's Love, and then it'll work. So it's any combination. And you need 3 Grand Soul Gems. Filled Grand Soul Gems. And you can make the Master Sword. And you need 65 smithing. So there's a lot of requirements to awaken the Master Sword. Alright, that's awakened Master Sword. You cannot corrupt the awakened Master Sword. Right, so that's the awakened Master Sword. The awakened Master Sword is just called Master Sword. It's faster. It's stronger, as you could tell. And I'm not going to change the strength. Because no. What the heck was that? Oh, I stepped into some fire. Oh, I stepped into the Termian Forge from the depths of hell. Okay. I smell toast. I hope that's real toast. I think it's for guild stuff. Okay. One last thing about the Corrupt Master Sword. If you remove the Soul Trap effect and you want it back, you have to purify the sword and then re-corrupt it. It won't work otherwise. Okay. That's the turn. Next up is the Prestige. And I will show you corrupting first, because it's easier. To deep corrupt the Master Sword, you need Deep Dark Essence. Go watch the Dark Essence video for Deep Dark Essence. And you also need a Corrupt Master Sword. But first I'm going to get Deep Dark. And because I misspelled it, it's actually very easy to get. I'll fix this eventually. Okay, Deep Dark Essence. To deep corrupt the Master Sword, you need Deep Dark Essence. Deep Dark Essence, if you're at the Enchanter, you need 60 Conjuration. If you're at the Forge, you need 70 Smithing. But at both places, it's the exact same recipe. The only difference is where you are. So, Enchanter, 60 Conjuration, Forge, 70 Smithing. Daedric section, Deep Corrupt Master Sword. 3 Deep Dark Essence, that's all you need. And then you can corrupt the Deep Corrupt Master Sword. And it's the same strength as a Dragonbone sword. Dragonbone sword. And it has a quote from Demise on there, because of reason. And when you compare it to the Corrupt Master Sword, it's absolutely awesome. So, here's the Deep Corrupt Master Sword. Oh, stop it. I really need to stop filming in the midden, because it's... I mean, you can't... This is just... I'm so proud with how the Deep Corrupt Master Sword turned out. It's just incredible. Like, that's not it. It's, I actually cobbled it together. It's the Chief 01's, Dark Master Sword mesh. Different texture. Made the gem brighter. I copied the Dragonbone Greatsword and fused it in there to make it look a little like Demise's sword, and then that made this little flare at the bottom, which was very nice. And it has an upside down red Triforce there, and it has this I'm not going to change this either because it looks really cool. The red enchantment shader, and I'm leaving it because it makes it look like it's bleeding all the time, which is what it's supposed to look like. It looks like it's, you know, coated in blood. And so the Deep Corrupt Master Sword is absolutely incredible looking. So that's Deep Corrupt Master Sword. If you have the Corrupt Master Sword and you remove the Soul Trap, it is removed forever. You cannot change it. So if you want to have the Soul Trap effect, you have to keep it on and never remove it. If you remove it, it stays removed. Got it? The Deep Corrupt Master Sword is not so easily changed. That's the Deep Corrupt Master Sword. I'm going to kill a bandit with it. Hello. Don't use that.
What was that?
Soul Trap. It has Soul Trap. It absorbs all 3 types of health. You know, all 3 stats: health, stamina, magicka. It does Soul Trap. I think there's some other things. It does a little bit of the damage too, I think. And it has a chance of disintegrating your enemy. So it's a really strong weapon. Sorry for not being very coherent there while I was explaining how awesome it is. This is more about how to make it, not really what it does. I'm sure I'm wrong, because I'm on the internet. That's Deep Corrupt Master Sword. Now, for the last part. The hardest part. True Awakening. This is Dawnguard only and Dragonborn only. The same with the Deep Corrupt Master Sword. I forgot to mention that. The Deep Dark Essence is exclusive to Dawnguard and Dragonborn Dawnguard. You can't deeply corrupt the Master Sword with no DLC. I should have mentioned that and I didn't. The Deep Corrupt Master Sword is exclusive to Dawnguard and Dragonborn Dawnguard. And the True Awakened Master Sword is exclusive to Dawnguard and Dragonborn Dawnguard. So, first thing, you need Din's Fireball, Nehru's Ward, and Faror's Gale. Which you can get if you know those spells and have some ruined books. So if you know Din's Fire, and you have a Grand Soul Gem, and ruined book, you can make these. I'll cover them more in depth in the Golden Goddess spells video. So you make those, then you learn those stuff. For some reason this is listed as a note. So now you know all of those. And you think, oh, now I know all of those. Now I can truly awaken the Master Sword. And you'd be wrong. Because there's more to it than that. First thing, go to the Terminen Forge. Which, is right here. And you need light essence. No, you need potent light essence. I was wrong. Potent light essence, look it up. Make 4 potent light essences. Then you can go to the Terminen Forge, which is east of Rorikstead, not in the Midden, and get Nehru's Blessing. Originally, I was going to make this a spell that you got, but it was way too complicated. I didn't want to do that. So that's that. Do I have the TARDIS? I do. Excellent. This will help. Next, you go to Whiterun. Okay, you arrive in Whiterun. You can do this in any order. You don't have to go to Terminen Forge first, but it's sort of on the way. Actually, no, yeah. Maybe it's best to go Whiterun, Terminen Forge, and then the last one. So, out of the way, Yorland. I need to use the Skyforge. Can I use the Skyforge, please? Thank you. Skyforge. Go all the way down to Miscellaneous. And then you can make Faror's Blessing. Potent Light Essence, knowing Faror's Gale. Boom. Done. And then, once you do that, you can go to the Terminen Forge. You're at the Terminen Forge. Go to Misk. Nehru's Blessing. That's that. Now, the hardest part. You go to the Ethereum Forge. The final place. So yes, you have to finish Lost to the Ages. I know. This is the Master Sword we're talking about. Of course you need to go to the Ethereum Forge. And I'll explain. Think about it. Skyforge. Pharaoh's Blessing. Pharaoh's Wind. Pharaoh's Hero. Termine Forge. It's sort of earthy. And you got Nehru's Blessing there. Nehru's Blessing is protection. Alteration. The Ethereum Forge. There's one goddess left. Din. And if you haven't been to the Ethereum Forge yet, fire. Haha. And Din, Din's fire. Din's fireball. So this is the only place that you could possibly get Din's blessing from. Unless I went through the trouble of making the Termine Forge on Solstheim a unique forge, which I'm not going to do because that is pointless. And it gives you another use for the Ethereum Forge. Go to the Ethereum Forge with a potent light essence, and you get Din's blessing. And that is all the blessings. You have all 3 blessings. And now, summon the TARDIS again. I should have. Ah, right, okay, yeah, Midden. Yeah, Midden. You're in the Midden, you have all that crap, and I was right before. You need 4 light essences. Potent light essences. 4 potent light essences, make 3 of them into blessings, bring them back here, and then you can make the true Master Sword. You can also do this at the Ethereum Forge if you have 70 smithing. There are 2 options here. You can make the purple True Master Sword or the Link to the Past True Master Sword. For no good reason, I'm going to choose this one. No, this one. I gave myself the other one because I want to show you the difference. Here's one, here's the other. So, you can see with the True Master Sword on both versions, the Triforce is now gold. The gem is bright yellow. And the only difference is the hilts. The Link to the Past one obviously has a gold, yellow, sort of a dull gold hilt with the distinctive hand grip there, and otherwise it looks just like the other Master Swords. And then the other Master Sword is sort of, it's very shiny, both of them have shiny bright cube map, so they're very bright, very shiny, and it's more rich colored than the other Master Sword. So this is the true Master Sword. For comparison, here's a standard Master Sword, the Awakened Master Sword. The purple is a little duller, the gem isn't as bright, and you may have noticed that the basic Master Sword from Ancestor Glade had a gray gem instead of yellow. You cannot corrupt the Awakened or True Master Sword. They're stuck the way they are, and that is how it is. Okay, the Master Sword is very involved, and if you made it through this video, thank you for watching. I apologize for it being disjointed, and if it was helpful, great. If it wasn't, sorry. I tried my best. Organization is not exactly my strong suit, because with Relics of Hyrule, I'm making something that I want to play, so half the time I actually want to play. So that's why I'm not dedicating and plus I have a job, I have a life. Relics of Hyrule is a hobby. Whatever. No. Master Sword. Cool stuff. The Master Sword. That's the Master Sword. It's this video is the same quality as all the other Relics of Hyrule video guide videos, but it got a lot of attention because it's the Master Sword. I had to, you know, whatever. There is going to be another video. I am going to add something that has been requested for a long time. I will add the ability to shoot beams out of the true Master Sword and Deep Corrupt Master Sword. Whether that will be the Blood Skull Blade effect, I do not know. The Deep Corrupt Master Sword may shoot the Blood Skull Blade effect, and the true Master Sword may shoot just a beam. We'll see. I'm not making any promises, but I am working on a beam shooting effect. So, that is going to happen eventually, if it hasn't happened already by the time you're watching this video. So, there will be another part explaining that beam effect. This took a long time to make. This mod has taken a long time to make. The Master Sword was my first Zelda mod, and it's carried on through all of this. It's been revised a few times, but it's still really awesome. That's that. I'm gonna start rambling if I don't stop here. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that's that.